Hello? Hey. How'd you get in? I thought we weren't doing the interview until later.
You said the costume was here, so I just wanted to get in it for a little while.
Okay. Alright, well, let's start then.
Okay.
How did Spotlight? That's kind of weird. Man, I don't think I'd be the person I'd be without Spotlight. I mean, I met my best friend, friends for life. I met my girlfriend. I learned how to perform. I got to perform on stage multiple times. You know, I was given lots of opportunities. You know, I had a great teacher. I mean, I just wouldn't be who I was today if it wasn't for Spotlight. Like I wouldn't have any kind of work ethic. I'd probably be even more of a nerd than I already am, which is hard to believe. But yeah, I mean, it shaped me into the man I am today, and into the man I someday become. So yeah, I would say that's how it affected me. All right, guys, sorry for the awkward iPhone video. But
When I think of Spotlight, the first thing that comes to my mind is the beautiful music that we were able to create. The amazing shows I was privileged with performing in both my junior and senior years have both made such an impact on who I am as both a singer and a person.
My favorite part about being the lead was, one, being able to sit in the audience and watch how amazing our first number was live, and hearing everyone freak out when the curtains opened to reveal our set. It was just crazy. And then the second was being able to hide in the box and be a huge part of that magic trick. That was pretty awesome. It was really stressful, but after hearing all the screams when I disappeared, it was a relief to know I actually pulled it off, and it was just a really fun experience.
what was your favorite number to see perform and why? This year was probably our second number, the magic one, because I love magic, and it was super fun to learn. It's a lot of really cool, crazy, difficult choreography, and of course the magic tricks were crazy. I mean, it's been my dream as a little kid to produce fire, and there I was on stage performing, doing fire out of my hand. I mean, sure, I burnt the crap out of my hand a couple of good times, but I mean, it was ridiculously fun.
The magic show was my senior year show, and the plot of that show was basically this master magician comes into this rural town, and he comes upon this girl, and he decides that he wants this girl to be part of his dark magic world where he has this cult of people that follows him. And the girl comes into his world, but she decides that she wants to leave. It's not for her. She doesn't feel comfortable, and so I think there is some type of love element to it, but it's not a love story. It's more of his longing for a companion, and she wants to be that companion, but it's just the world's not for her.
I want to be that companion.
And so she leaves, and she basically has to deal with it. But towards the end, you come to realize that the whole the audience has been under a spell this whole time, and this all happened during his magic show. So it's kind of like a show within a show. The third number was Treasure by Bruno Mars and Rock With You by Michael Jackson. And it was just like the fun number of the whole show. It's the theme was pretty dark, so you needed something to lighten the mood a little bit. And it was just like having fun with the girl and just showing her that even though it is a dark world, you can find joy in everything. It was the moment where you realize, is this a love story or not? But it's more of just like, hey girl, this is what I have to offer. Either you take it or not. So.
What have you taken away from the show? Well, you know, it taught me a lot of things. I don't know if the show in general, but the experience of, you know, learning it and the stress from the shows and putting magic in it, and, you know, all while trying to actually graduate high school. So I guess what I've taken away from the show is that, you know, it taught me the importance of hard work. You know, I made tons of friends. I have great memories from it, and you know, I had a pretty rough time my senior year, and it helped me get through it, helped me keep my mind, you know, it was important.
Being dance captain because I loved helping people and watching everyone improve throughout the year, and I loved feeling extra proud when we finally got through a section perfectly. It was awesome. And being a dance captain, it just makes me appreciate the team more. You really get like a different perspective being on the outside of things. So yeah, it was just a really fun experience, and I loved working with everyone.
Our closer was Like a River Runs by Bleachers. It was the point where she leaves, and he has to be okay with that, and so it's almost like the departure of it all. And
Something else.
thanks, babe.
What's going on here?
Just give it an interview.
Okay. Being a section leader in Spotlight in the Chamber was really great because I'm crying, just sniffing. It was such a good feeling when the part that I was responsible for was like all together, singing the right thing and blending, and like on stage, like feeling like the support of those, like everyone in the group, like behind me. It's just such a good feeling. Like I love being What they don't tell you about show choir is it can be dangerous.
I definitely feel an emotional connection to my senior year show. One, because of the powerful themes and overall tone of the show as a whole, but also because it was my last show at Cosby. Going into it, I had no idea whether or not I would ever be able to perform in something like that ever again. Luckily, I have been able to, but the devotion to the show and drive to perfect what could have been my last time on stage still resonates so deeply with me.
I was definitely connected to the show during the season, but even now, when everything's just a memory, I'm still emotionally attached to the show and the people, and I miss performing and the costumes and being on stage with all my friends, and I just wish I didn't have to say goodbye to it because the Magic Show was my favorite show I ever performed throughout my 3 years of show.
Spotlight was just such an important part of like my high school experience, and it really prepared me for going into college and being in a huge group of people, of strangers, and sort of getting acclimated to a new social dynamic. Like, I really like that Spotlight brings together people from all these different groups around the school, and you have to befriend them because you just spend so much time with them, and it's amazing. And those social skills, I carry with me, and I use them every day in college. So I just love it.
Okay.
Your turn.
It was definitely the highlight of my high school career. Everyone knows that. It's just I devoted so much time to it, and it was because of the friends that I had in there. It's because of the support group that I had, and just the acceptance. I said this in my other interview, but no matter what you like, what you want to do with your life, it doesn't matter. You all are in there for one purpose. And that's helped me a lot now because I used to want to be just have everything set, make sure I was doing on the right course for everything. And now it's just I just live in the moment a little bit more. Without that, I probably would still be an overthinker.